Oh,
Yeah. Smiddle from the Smiddle. What the hell, everything, Tim? How are you?
you're a regular Spielberg over there.
I am not even close.
Not even close?
Not even close. Let's do a couple clips from the show. Anything fun happened over the weekend?
Over the weekend, it wasn't over the weekend, but...
Did you witness any fights about masks?
Well, I mean, literally every time I go somewhere, I see someone give an attitude to someone about it. And,
Yeah.
But no, the fun thing actually occurred yesterday, which was Monday. I always walk behind my neighborhood, and there's a big, steep hill that goes up, and there's like a cell tower up there. And then you go through this little 2-track of wooded stuff, and then you come out, and there's another hill. And I kind of use that as like a physical fitness thing, like, using it like hills, like running up and down the thing. So I did that, and I'm walking through, and I hear a four-wheeler, an ATV, and I'm like, not uncommon. People ride them up there all the time. But I keep hearing it, and it's getting closer. I take my headphones off. I was listening to music, and I'm like, this is getting closer than it should be. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I better. And I took a step into the real tall, like uncut area, the tall weeds that are taller than me. And just as I did that, ATV with 2 maybe 10-year-old girls in it come screaming by, and they go, ah, as soon as they see me. And the you know how the ATV's got like the little roof on it with the thing, and the roof went like right in front of my face, and I went
just like,
oh, you stupid. I wasn't even like, oh, I almost died. I went, you stupid kids. And
you had kids that don't know what the hell they're doing and have no
Right.
business on an ATV. B, parents that let their
them
kids
go?
who have no business being on an ATV.
Kind of stuff runs rampant around there. I thought to myself, man, if I hadn't just said to myself, I'm probably overreacting, but I'm going to step in off of the path into the high stuff grass for a minute.
Yeah.
If I hadn't, the way they came around that corner, they might have killed me. Like they might have just barreled me over.
I'm throwing a rock at them.
They just screamed like the Home Alone kid. But so I guess that was fun.
That's the dumbest thing in the world. That's just
What they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just idiots.
Yeah. And I tried to talk to them to just be like, hey, like they came back around, and I kind of ended up face to face with them again later. And I'm like, come here. And they just drove by, and they're like, ah, and they just go squealing by because they're kids. They're stupid. And I'm like, I just wanted to be like, hey, if you'd have hit me, that would have been bad for you. Like, not like, yeah, I might have been injured or whatever, but
You very well could have died.
I really think I could have, yeah. Like, how stupid could that have been? How'd you die? A 10-year-old ran me over like an idiot.
Dude, would you rather have that or coronavirus, though?
It's a toss-up, honestly.
On crappy ways to go,
And
that's got to be like...
I'd rather say the news than be in the news again.
Speaking of the news, this was in the news the other day, and it's just, you want to talk about just head-shaking, inducing. Apparently, we're going to go back to using wood money.
Word for word.
Okay.
The blue cheese salad dressing, butter, ground turkey, cans of grain-free dog food, and a new toothbrush came to $24.97. Lori Malenbrol handed the cashier a slice of wood marked $25 and walked out with her items in plastic grocery bags. It was one of the first transactions involving an effort in the small city of Tenino, Washington, to help residents and local merchants alike get through the economic fallout of the pandemic. Decades after it created a similar program during the Great Depression, the city is dipping into its emergency accounts to give people in need of up to $300 per month in wooden currency to spend in town. Just about every business in town, from the gas station and the auto body shop to Don Juan's Mexican kitchen, is accepting the wooden scrip. The currency is about the thickness, size, and flexibility of an index card and printed on the same 1890s era press once printed the Depression currency in the local newspaper. It can't be used for alcohol, tobacco, or marijuana. Why don't you just start trading pelts again? What the hell's going on around here? What the hell? Everything. Seriously.
It sounds like I can't even imagine me trying to keep a straight face being like, how much are my services?
Get the F out of here.
I can pay you in my wood.
Just... Not only is it absurd, it's also producing all kinds of sexual harassment in that town, I'm sure.
And splinters, damn it.
Wood.
Splinters.
Ugh. What the Christ is going on in this place? This whole place.
This whole place. You mean the world?
Yeah.
I know.
We're just, it's all going downhill.
Oh, just
it's,
wood.
I love to look at it. I know I've been outspoken on some things, but overall, like, I tend to look at myself as just like an observer and a commentator. I'll commentate on it. I really just enjoy watching things crumble. You know, as messed up as it might be.
You would have been, really would have fit in Rome. You're like, oh, look, everything's on fire. This is amazing. Rome is burning.
I love this story, dude. I could hear stories about your dad growing up in Kentucky my whole life.
Oh my God.
I could seriously listen to stories about your dad.
Just a headline, not even the cliff notes, but he always would tell me the story about his like distant cousins who were twins, who both somehow got hit by the same train 2 years apart and lost the opposite leg each time it occurred.
I almost.
I just,
dude, how in the world did like?
And I'm like, were they mentally challenged? Were they drunk? He's like, no, they was walking the tracks.
They just walking the tracks.
Of course. Why? Hey, brother, you lost a leg to the train. Maybe we'll go. I'll walk, and you just crutch it on over there.
This is fantastic. It starts out talking about a story about a student driver that crashed, and it turns into a Tim's dad story.
The car plowed into a shopping center Thursday evening. The driver broadsided a vehicle in a parking lot that was passing the center and continued straight until his car was a quarter way into the building. It's under investigation. But the part in the story that really caught my attention was that this man was learning how to drive. He was, doesn't say how old, doesn't say if he was a student driver, a marked student driver vehicle, didn't say if there was a teacher on the passenger side. It just said he was learning how to drive.
That's fair enough.
Did he have a permit? Do you get cited? If you are a student driver and you crash or do something stupid, goodness knows I did stupid things when I was learning how to drive.
I think you just failed the test.
That's exactly what happened to me when I was a student driver.
I don't think there's any kind of like civil punishment for it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Do you think that's true?
Because if a cop pulls, say you're a student driver and you're speeding because you're nervous or whatever, cop pulls the car over, I think they're more likely to not even pull over a car that's student driver tagged.
How does that? Yeah, I wonder.
Now we have more questions than answers.
How does that work? 888-751-BEAR.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
My dad learned how to drive from a blind man. I'm not even joking. This blind man wanted to go to the store all the time, and my dad was like 10 years old in Kentucky. Long time. And so he was
was he selling shine on the side as well?
Yes.
I believe you.
Yes.
100%.
He really was. So I can't remember the guy's name now, but he would get my dad. My dad would be walking down the fishing hole. And he'd be like, "Hey boy, drive me to town." He'd be like, "I'm 10. I don't know how." He's like, "I'll show you." And the blind guy showed him how to drive.
Son of a bitch.
And that's why my dad forever used both feet his entire life, even in a regular car. Like he left foot brake, right foot gas, because he learned on the old, or on the, the.
Just another insight into the Logan
strange history of driving.
It's fantastic.
Yep. Mr. Henkel, by the way. I did some deep thought on it after we did it. I'm like, Mr. Henkel. It was the Mr. Henkel story. I'd be like, Mr. Henkel couldn't see nothing. I'm like, was he blind or is he legally blind? He goes, he didn't even have no eyes, I don't think. He just wore sunglasses. And I'm like, of course, Dad.
Dude. Tim's dad affectionately would call me and my former co-host Ryan, rather than Smitty and McTag, it was Smithy and McTang.
Smithy and McTang.
And now McTang will always be McTang.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't know that he wasn't saying it properly. He thought that was the name of you guys. Smithy and McTang.
Oh, boy.
And I go, it's Smitty and Ryan. Smitty and McTag. Yeah, Smithy and McTang.
Smithy
What'd I
and
say?
McTang. Oh, boy.
He'd be super weirded out by the Washington Redskins making a change to their name.
Yeah, he would.
Washington. Anyway.
I love it when stuff like this pops up. I really, honestly, don't take this the wrong way at all, please. When you sent it to me or you played it for me, I thought it was just another dumb TikTok thing. Something I would have zero interest in.
Here's the thing. I might send you 10 things a day. one, maybe two, are even worth the time you spend to open it and sigh at how stupid it is. Like there's maybe a 10% goodness factor on that. I know this.
It is a baby singing Thunderstruck.
This is a
believe
winner,
it or
though.
not.
It's a winner.
I don't know. It becomes like just a part of the show conversation with how weird Tim is, and the weird things he says and the weird things he does.
I'm weird?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I am too. And it's just you have a tendency, I think, to be a little more weird.
That's okay.
He walks in the room and he says, "I have something to show you, and I don't know if you'll like it or if you'll be terribly disappointed in me." And we've made jokes in the past about you being on TikTok, and this is a TikTok video. Explain what it is.
A dad filmed his newborn one time every day for a full year. And
It created.
he created this. It'll get there in just a second. Oh, you'll know.
They're all baby noises. Oh my god. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Dumbest thing ever.
Oh my god. Sometimes the dumb things really work. I'll take care of that AC/DC request for that dude. Play it again.
Play it again.
Play it again.
Man.
Baby noises. AC/DC Thunderstruck.
progressively
What a
dumber.
goddamn cover. All right, it's enough. Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Top 5 moment on the show.
Best to close out there.
I feel like,
Close out there.
yeah, that I think I laugh more at you laughing at it than the actual thing.
Just some things tickle your funny bone, man.
It just got us.
All right, another What the Hell Everything on Thursday on the Facebooks. Thanks.
What the hell, everything.
Oh, what the hell everything.
What the hell, everything?